welcome to the first 2016 episode of the Cleat Geeks Weekly Sports Report. Thank you, Geek Nation, for all your support in 2015, and we promise you big things for the new year. And in case you guys forgot, I'm Michael Allen.
And I'm Gabriela Garcia. Spring training is just around the corner, so we are beginning our preseason MLB predictions by division. This week we are doing the NL Central. We have published 5 articles starting with who we predict will finish 5th in the NL Central, all the way to who will finish number 1. There is a poll currently on our Twitter where you, the Geek Nation, can vote on who you think will finish first in the Central. Go to @CleatGeeks and vote right now.
We have tons of weekly articles now on CleatGeeks.com, and in this episode of the Weekly Sports Report, we're going to take a look at them all and let you know when you can read these articles on your favorite sports. Let's stick with the topic above, baseball, and look at the weekly articles you can find under the baseball tab of our website. First, we have a series that will only last through spring training, Baseball 101, where we take you to baseball school and teach class on subjects like metrics, 5 out of 10 rights, and hitting.
We are also going to do a weekly series on the St. Louis Cardinals called Into the Cardinal Nest. And we will also be doing a series on the Chicago Cubs that will start this Monday called Wrigley Weekly Wrap-Up, written by yours truly.
We are also doing different weekly articles in the NBA. The articles include the NBA 5-on-5, where we look at 5 different things in the NBA as a whole, and a new article coming soon covering the Chicago Bulls called Bulls on Parade. Plus, we are covering 3 different teams, the LA Lakers, the New York Knicks, and the Milwaukee Bucks.
We are covering football, and not just the NFL, but college as well. We are covering the Minnesota Golden Gophers with an article every Saturday. And we are also going to soon begin a weekly article on the upcoming 2016 NFL Draft.
With the NFL season wrapping up, so are a lot of our weekly articles, but we still have 2 of them ongoing. The first one is our Pro Bowl preview, where we look at each position on the football field, who was selected to be in the Pro Bowl in that position, and who we think were snubbed. Secondly, we have our extremely popular Women of Sports weekly article, where we are showcasing the women who are breaking down the barriers of men's sports.
We also cover Premier League soccer with articles like 5 things we learned from the Premier League this weekend, every Monday, and our continuing coverage on Manchester United.
We also cover NHL and AHL hockey with weekly articles. We cover every home game of the Chicago Wolves of the AHL with a column called Hungry Like the Wolves. We also have a dedicated writer for all Colorado Avalanche games. And we cover the Chicago Blackhawks on a weekly basis with the Blackhawks Backhand every Thursday.
We now also cover the UFC with a look at every pay-per-view the day before the event, and we also just started a weekly column on mixed martial arts every Friday called Ultimate Fighting Friday.
When it comes to wrestling, we cover something every day of the week. On Mondays, we publish the Women of Wrestling. On Tuesdays, we review Raw with the 5 things we learned from Raw. On Wednesdays, we have a weekly NXT column. On Thursdays, we will give our fans the 3 impacts from Impact. Friday brings the 3 things we learned from SmackDown. Saturdays is reserved for looking at pay-per-views, and when a pay-per-view is on, we live tweet as well. Plus, we are looking for fan feedback from the latest boxing articles on how our fans want us to move forward.
Lastly, if as we were talking about all these different sports and we missed your favorite team, you could help us cover that. We are always looking for passionate writers to join our winning team here at Cleat Geeks. Simply go to the home page, scroll down to the bottom and click, "Do you have what it takes to be one of our geeks?" And we may add you to our growing list of fantastic writers, like we did David Mueller this week, who is going to be covering PGA golf for us. Look for his first article this Wednesday. That's going to do it for the first episode of the Cleat Geeks Sports Report for the 2016 year.
And don't forget to make sure you visit all of our social media networks, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as well as Rabble TV, where we do live podcasts.
I'm Gabriela Garcia.
And I'm Michael Allen.